Assalamu alaikum. Sorry for the delay.
Walaikum salam.
I had to
No, it's
walk
alright.
for like 3 or 3.5 kilometers. Oh my God.
Damn, that's scary. Are you okay?
This is how Dhaka city is. Never, never come to Dhaka.
Oh, that's scary.
Okay.
Okay, I got it.
Because why did I walk? Because like if I would have taken in a taxi or bus or something, it would have taken me like hours and hours. Okay. This is how the traffic situation is. Anyway, all right. So
Mm,
let's start from where we left off. Okay. So we were discussing projectiles. Okay. Now, let me show you some graphs regarding projectiles. Okay. Because not all the time will you see the only like 1 second. So, mm, okay. So, where was it? Where was it? Okay. Okay, forget about these things. Okay. So, let me give you some scenarios. Okay. So, for instance, say this is a particular height of a building, and then I throw an object from the tip of this building. Okay. And it will say reach somewhat like this at this point. Now, say I have given you say the angle at which it is thrown. Say it is so 30 degrees, okay? 30 degrees, okay. And the velocity is at 20 meters per second. And now I have said to you that calculate what is the horizontal distance between this point and this point. Okay. Say it is reaching this tip of the like building. So you have to calculate this much, that will be the horizontal distance. Now tell me, how would you calculate the vertical distance?
um, 20 sine, no, vertical
Something like that.
distance.
Okay, let me write down the equations. First is x equals to v naught cos theta times time. Okay, times time. And y equals to v0 sine theta
Sine theta t plus
minus. Okay, plus minus. I will talk
minus.
about that as well. Okay. Now let us just forget that there are any signs involved. Okay. So there are no signs in front of anything. We will call this a skeletal equation. What? Skeletal equation. Like a skeleton. Skeleton is a person without the muscles or like without anything on its bones, right? So I say this is the bone of equation. Okay. So now how will I define if x is positive or like v0 cos theta t is positive or not? Or like is y positive or is v0 sin theta t positive or negative? This is very easy. Okay. First of all, let us consider along x-axis. Say along x-axis. Say along x-axis. Say right side is positive. Okay. Right side equals to positive. Left side equals to negative. And say along y-axis. Okay. Say upwards direction. Upwards direction equals to right side. You could say right direction as well. Direction equals to positive and downwards direction equals to negative. Okay. So everything remains the same. There is no worries there. Okay. But the thing is, say whenever you are calculating the distance, you have to see between the first spot and the second spot. Okay. So what do I mean by that?
Okay.
It starts from here, right? The ball starts from here. at this point, at
Yes.
this particular point, and it ends here. Okay. So from first point to last point, what is the direction of its position? It is going downwards, right?
Yes.
Understand my point? Let me repeat again. This was the first point of this ball, and it's the ending point, and it is going downwards in downwards direction. And we have said that downwards equals to negative. That's why we will put a minus in front of y. Okay.
Mm.
But previously, what did we see? That all the time y is positive. Why? Because we were always calculating the uh, upwards direction change. Okay. Or change in like height. Okay. But in this scenario, what we are saying is it's going in the downwards direction. So that is why it will be negative. Okay. Got my point?
Yes.
Okay. So now again, g is downwards, so minus, and x is going rightward, so it will be positive. V naught is going upward, so it will be positive, and sine theta cos theta, we will just put the angles. Okay. So this is how we can get like equations in different scenarios based on like different, what can I say? Like say, change in height. Okay. So now we don't know the time, obviously. It will be given, the time might be given. Okay. So then based on that, we might be able to calculate, or maybe it might be given that the, say, so the height of this building from the floor, it is say, for instance, 50. Okay. It is 50. Okay. So now what will say its height is given as, say, for instance, say something. It's given like say x. Okay, let us consider it x. So what will be this height? Tell me.
30.
How is 30? 50 minus x. Okay, it will be 50 minus x. All right.
Oh, okay. I thought you said just guess at random. Okay.
All right. So 50 minus x. Okay. So now say this is also x. Okay, this is also x, which is obviously given in the question. Okay. Don't be scared. I mean, I'm just showing something. The question might not be like this. Okay. So this is x. Now we can
Okay.
change the y to something like this. So x equals to 20 cos 30 times t, and minus, it will be 50 minus x equals to 20 sine 30 into t minus half. Say we are just for simplification consider g to be 10, so 5t square. Okay. So now how many unknowns are there?
3, 2,
2, right? Okay. So
2.
from here on, we can easily solve the equation. Okay. So how can we solve it? Tell me.
Um,
What is your idea?
Null factor.
Null factor. Okay. Yes. I mean, can I just replace this x here? Say, if I try to change this equation, something like this. Okay. Have you understand the diagram and the stem, or what the question is wanting? Are you understanding it?
I feel like
Up until
I've got a good understanding.
okay. All right. So now minus 50 minus 20 cosine 30 will be, cosine 30 is 1 by root 2. Okay, can you tell me the value? Okay, let me check. Cosine 30. Where's the calculator? Okay. Cos 30, okay. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Okay, root 3 by 2 times 20. Okay, so that will be 17.32 times t. Okay. And here sine 30 is half, remember?
Yes.
So 10t minus 5t squared. Now if I try to solve it, I will get minus 5t squared plus 10t equals to, it will be 50 minus 17.32, which is minus 30, sorry, it will be 10t, 32.68. Okay. Now let us take this back here. So we will get minus 5t squared and then 32.68 plus 10. It will be 42.68, right? Understand my
Yes.
point? Okay. 680 equals to 0. Okay. Now let us try to solve for the time. So as time is not equal to 0, can I divide this by t? Time is not equal to 0. That means I can divide both the sides by t, right?
Yes.
That means we will be left with minus 5t plus 42.68 equals to 0. Okay. Then t will be equal to minus 42.68 divided by minus 5. So that is that will be 8.54 seconds. 8.54 seconds. Okay. So from here on, we can understand one thing, that if from a building which has a height of 50 meters, okay, and if we throw a ball at a velocity of 20 meters per second and with an angle of 30 degrees, okay, after 8.54 seconds, it will have the same horizontal distance as the what can I say, the height of this particular building. Okay, understand my point? All right.
Yes.
Obviously, that is not the case because obviously the buildings are already at this time. But according to my question, which I have already given, that whatever the value of x is, like the distance between these two buildings, it's also the height of the second building as well. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Now,
All right.
tell me what is the value for x after calculating. Tell me.
I'm to bring out the calculator.
Okay.
I think I have short-term memory loss. What? Oh,
Did
there
you
it
get
is.
it?
Sorry, I went to put down my pen, got my calculator, looked over, and the pen was gone. So I had to find it again.
Uh,
Oh well.
okay. Okay. Let me help you.
Sorry.
So, which equation will you use? Tell me that.
Um, S
This
S
one,
is
right?
equal to
This one. Okay.
yes.
Just plug in the values here. So that will be 20 cos 30. 20 cos 30 times 8.54. Okay, that's a very absurd value.
147.9.
Okay, so that
Yeah.
is 147.9. So that means, uh, is it correct? Is
No.
our the diagram or the question which we have given, is that correct? I mean, the solution is
No.
correct. There is nothing wrong in the solution. Why is
Yeah.
it wrong? Tell me.
It's not the actual. How do I say this?
No, I mean, according to the question, you have got the answers correctly. Okay, there is no point,
Yes.
nothing wrong in that. Okay, but what is wrong here then?
Um, the actual displacement is uh
Don't
trying to
be
say
afraid.
this.
You could be wrong. You could be wrong. No worries about
Yeah,
that.
just
Just look at the
the
values.
distance
There is
between the two
nothing.
towers is
Okay, see. See, this is a distance which we have called as 50 minus x, right? Okay.
Yes.
Now, this is a particular height, right? This is a particular height above the ground. So, can it be negative?
No.
It cannot be negative. But let's see what do we get. So, 50 minus 147.92. So, we will get something like minus 97.92. Okay, is it virtually possible? It's impossible, right? The
Yeah.
distance to be negative, it's impossible. Okay, that's my point. So that is why it will
Yeah.
be wrong. Okay, all right. So the question setter, whatever he has given, like me, whatever I've given, based on that, these are the answers. But whatever we have calculated, it is wrong. Okay, I mean, like the
Okay.
what can I say? The information. Okay, all right. So this information could have been correct, say, in very easy way. Okay, say I have given you this value to be okay. Let me give another like similar type of question. Okay, are you done with these?
Yes.
Okay, say like with the same sort of information, you will do this one. Okay, because projectors are all about practice. There is nothing difficult there. See, everything is very
Oh
simple.
no.
Okay, okay. So I will change the scenario a little bit. Let's see what you do. I'll make it a little easier for you as well. Okay. So this is a ball. I am throwing it at a speed of 40 meters per second with an angle of say 45 degrees. Okay. And it goes like this and it reaches at this point. Okay. All right. So now let me give you two questions. First of all, I will give you the height of this building to be say for instance 85 meters. Okay. It is 85 meters. This is 50 meters. Okay. So how much time will it take? Okay, for question number one, how much time will it take to reach the point um, shown in the figure? In the figure, okay, this is the question number one. And question number two is, what is the horizontal distance between
Okay.
first and last point? Okay, is the question understood? First of all,
Yes.
develop the skeletal equation, then think about what will be the signs. Okay, all right. All right. It doesn't have to be like in the previous question, I've used minus y. Okay, so Bhaiya will give me minus y now. Okay. So it's not the case. Okay. It might be the case, it might not be the case. He will examine it. Okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead. Is the question understood?
Yes. Wait, can I use so skeletal equation I'll be using is the y equals b naught sine theta. Um,
Uh, yes.
can I put the gravity as um 9.8 instead of 10?
Yes, yes. Okay. Yes. Obviously, it's most welcome if you use 9.8. Okay. 10 is for
Yeah, some
simplification.
people. Oh, okay. Mm, So I just used the iron I substitute, and I got 85 is equal to 40 sine 45 whole times t plus half 9.8 t squared.
Okay. So you've got the equation. What is the equation?
85 is equal to um 40 sine 45 whole
40
t
sine 45. Then
um times the whole thing by t
times t. Then
plus half 9.8 t squared.
okay. All right.
And then
Let's see if you have done it. Yes. Go ahead.
uh is it correct? Did I
Okay.
get the
I'll check
first
it.
part right?
I
Okay.
mean, I cannot
Um
tell you. You tell me the complete answer, then I will say if it's correct or not. Okay.
oh no. Okay.
You
Anyways,
have to be confident.
I then calculated the 40 sine 45 to be 28.28
Okay.
t plus 4.9 t squared.
Okay. Yes. Plus 4.90 square. Okay.
Um and then I for some reason factorized
Okay.
it.
Okay. So let's just say, let's just keep it that way. First of all, what was the
Okay.
first equation? That is, say this is the distance between these two is x. Okay.
Okay.
So x would be equal to 40 sine 45 times t. That's very straightforward. There is no problem in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, not sine 45. I mean cos 45.
Plus 45.
Cos 45. Okay. So if we replace it, we will get a value of around 40 times cos 40 was sorry about that. Just a second. I don't have a calculator with me. Okay. 40
Square root of 2 over
cos
2.
45. Okay, 28.28, right?
Yes.
28.28t. So we've already got the value for x represented by the variable t. Okay, not variable actually, like the unknown t. Okay, because Okay, you could consider it variable for the time. Okay, let's not get into that. Now, so what is y here? First of all, tell me. Let us just, as I said, let us just write down the skeletal equation. That will be y equals to v0 sine theta times t half gt squared. Okay, that is it. That is our skeletal equation. Okay, let me zoom in a little. Okay, so that is our skeletal equation. Now the point is,
Oh, it's a
what is
minus.
y? What is y? What do you think here?
Y, y is the distance,
Vertical
the
distance, right?
vertical
Between
distance. Yeah,
the first point and the last point.
second
Okay,
point. Yeah.
second point. Okay, so now it is going upwards. Okay, it is going upwards. Okay, this is the actual difference in height. This is the actual difference in height. The actual difference is height is not 85. That is why I gave you this different scenario. Okay, the actual difference is height
Okay.
is not 85. Okay, understand my point? It
Mm.
started from this first point and then ended up here. Got my point?
So it'd be
Okay,
85 minus 50.
85 minus 15. And why is it positive? Because it's going upwards. Very easy. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so now it will be 30, 35. Okay, 35. Okay, 1 second. 50 minus 6. Just let me remember one thing. Okay, no, it's okay. Okay, right. Okay, where was I? Yes. So 35, okay, equals to V0. What is V0? It is 40 sine 45 times T. I don't know. Okay, I don't know about T. Okay. Minus, why is it minus? Because gravitational acceleration is going downwards. Okay. So minus 4.9 T squared. Understand this bit?
Yes.
Okay. So now 35 would equal to 28.28 T minus 4.9 T squared. Okay. So if we try to solve this, what will we get? So it will be minus 4.9 T squared plus 28.28 T minus 35 equals to 0. So let us calculate it. The calculator, mode equation. So the value for A is minus 4.9. Like I'm comparing with the AX square plus BX plus C, okay, in the calculator.
Mm.
28.28 and C is minus 35. Okay, check with me. Okay, so I'm getting two values for the time. Okay, one is 3.97 seconds and another one is 1.79 seconds. Okay, all right. However, we will only take the first value. Like, why is that? Um, how can I explain this? Okay, first of all, let me calculate the value for x. Okay, can I erase them? Erase these. Okay,
Yes.
so it will be very easy. 28.28 times the time what that we have calculated. Okay, so x equals to 28.28 times t. So we will get either. Okay, first of all, you have got the same answer for T as well, right?
Mm, I think I did something wrong.
112.27 or it is 1.79, which is 50.62 meters. Okay. All right. Okay. So are we done up until now? Up until this point?
Yes.
Yeah. So now the problem is that we have got two values for time, right? That is our like prime problem. Okay. Because the time could be one. That is the question. So to get the answer to this, um say for instance, we have obviously got a quadratic equation here. Okay. This equation here is quadratic. So it is like it will have two values or like two solutions. So in most cases, what happen is you will either get a value for t to be negative and another one stays positive. Okay, that should have been the case. I don't know if we have done something wrong or not. This generally most of the times it is the case. Okay, I think what could be the case here is, if I tell you, say it will reach. Let me explain it physically. Okay, like in physics way, not in mathematical way. Okay. So in mathematically, it is correct. Okay. That after 3.97 seconds, it will have a vertical height of 35 meters. Yes, correct. After 1.79 seconds, it will again have a vertical height of 35 meters. Understand my point? Let
Hmm.
me repeat again.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Are you done with all this?
Yes.
Okay, let me just like keep the answer that is 3.97 and 1.79. Okay. So 3.97 seconds and 1.79, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what was on the vertical height? 35 meters. But see, as we have already said that parabola follows a trajectory and or the graph is like a sorry, I mean, let me repeat again. A projectile follows a trajectory of a parabola, and parabola has a symmetric axis. Now, what does a symmetric axis mean? That like from equal distance of in the left and right side, we will get the same value. What does it mean? Say I have drawn a perpendicular from here and perpendicular from here. See, we are getting the same values. But is the x same here? X1 and this is our x2, right? Please draw
Yes.
this figure, okay? It will be very important for you. See, here x1 is not equal to x2, okay? However, However, y1 is equals to y2. Okay, the vertical heights are same. Y1 equals to y2, and because of that, also we are getting two times. Also, we are getting two times. Two times. So in this question, as the vertical height was mentioned, what we are getting is that at the first point, which is 1.79 seconds. After 1.79 seconds, the vertical height is 35 meters, but the horizontal distance covered was somewhat like, say, 50 meters or something. I don't remember it now. It was something like that, 50.62. Okay. But in the second instance, the distance is somewhat like 112.62, something like that. Okay. So understand, this is the physics way we understand. Okay. It's
Hmm.
not a mathematical way, it's a physics way. Okay. Got my point?
Yes.
This is how you have to imagine. Okay. So now based on the diagram, you could get into a conclusion. If you like get this answer up until this point, if your teacher does not want you to explain why there are two values of t, you will get full marks. But if your teacher wants you to explain why there are two values of t, you have to explain it in this way. Okay. And now, if we want to be more precise, we have to look at how the projectile is drawn in the figure. Say, if it is something like this, that means it is going downwards. That means it has already started to fall down from the highest point, which is somewhat after this point, right? That means it would have taken more time than it would have taken to reach this point. Is that correct?
Yes.
To reach this point, it will take 1.79 seconds. Okay. All right. Got my point?
I do.
Okay. And to reach this particular point, it will take 3.97 seconds. Okay. Is it correct?
Yes.
So that means what will be our answer? Our answer will be 3.97 seconds. Okay. I know it's getting a little complex, but you will be introduced or asked to complete or these scenarios in a question. Okay. Understand my point? So that
Yes.
is the beauty of projectiles. Like everything is easy, nothing is difficult. But see, these are the one or two concepts which will make a difference of like who understands physics more. Okay. The maths is not difficult. This is just solving equations. After like introducing or like plugging in the equation or the formula, you just have to like get the answer. Okay. But then like this one two explanation, if you have used the plus and minus signs correctly or not, based on that, everything might be finished or something like that. Okay. So is this math understood?
Yes.
Do you have any do you have any questions?
Um, not quite. No, not right now.
Okay. If you get like these sort of questions when you get to college or like if I give in my exams, can I expect that you will be able to solve them? But you can be
90% of the
sure
time.
that obviously projectiles will be in your syllabus. Okay, there is no chance that in any curriculum there is no projectile in a syllabus. Okay, you can be sure about that. Projectiles, vectors, these are must. Okay, like Newton and mechanics and all. Okay, they have to be in the syllabus. Understand my point?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so let me give another link. Okay, before that, tell me, do we see more problems on projectiles or should we move towards like the circular motion or something? What do you think?
We can do more on projectiles. I feel like I still need like a better grasp on this.
Okay, okay, all right, okay. Let me give you another link. Okay.
Thank you.